the economic system, which you can't do anything about.
Private banks create money out of nothing and lend it at interest. Now, that sounds absurd.
Because it is absurd.
I teach sophomores, about money in banking and how banks, they never believe it. And so you have to go through it again and again. Yes, banks really do create money. They really do. Here's how it happens. And it's absurd, and they're right to doubt that could possibly be what's...
It's so unfucking believable that the banks are scamming us. They're printing money out of thin air. It's so unbelievable to believe that they pulled off this scam, that people cannot believe it.
Really going on.
It's crazy.
It is.
Now, if the banking lobby is very strong, they're going to say, well, we don't want to change this system. We're making so much money out of it. What we have to do is, A, try and convince the people that it's their fault, that their wage claims are too high, and that's why we're having lots of inflation, or people are speculating on housing, and that's why house prices are going up. What they're not going to say is that this is happening because banks are creating money out of nothing and pumping it into the system, and that's why prices are going up.
Have you seen, did you not see what happened over the last 2 fucking years?
Well, I think if the people knew what the banking system is up to, as Henry Ford said, there would be a revolution tomorrow morning.
But they don't. They don't know what the banking system is up to because everybody's asleep. Everybody's blind. And the moment you wake up and you start realizing this, you're like, oh shit, I have to do what the 99% are not doing. I need to operate differently.
The fact is, most people think that what a bank does is lend you money that someone else has put in the bank previously. But what a bank actually does, what a commercial bank does, is to create money from nothing and then lend it to you at interest.
Guys, I'm teaching you the fucking game. I'm mistaken. Let's get started.
The gap between the very richest and the rest of us is getting bigger. Why? A common belief is that it's good for us all if a small group of people earn an enormous amount of money. The theory is that their wealth trickles down to the rest of us. But this is a myth. In reality, money is sucked up from all of us into the pockets of a very small group of people. How does this happen? One reason is the
It's probably because money is fake.
way that money is created.
Printed out of thin air.
Right now, almost all of the money in our economy is created by banks when they make loans. Now, most people assume that when banks make loans, they're lending out someone else's savings. But they're not.
They're printing it out of thin air. That's how they make their money.
Instead, when somebody takes...
They deposit the money, right? They deposit, let's say you deposit $100 in the bank. That's how they make their money.
Instead, when somebody takes...
They deposit the money, right? They deposit, let's say you deposit $100 in the bank. They can print $1,000.
out a loan, banks create new money electronically by typing numbers into their account. 97%.
And you work your entire life when these motherfuckers, oh, you want 10 grand? Here you go, bitch. Sell me your life.
Of
You're a
all the
peasant.
money in our economy is created in
97% of your money is created as loans. It's fake. Fake.
this way, as people take out loans from banks. The more loans people take, the more debt there is, and the more money there is. The shocking fact is, if nobody went into debt, there would be almost no money in the economy. Our economy depends on the electronic money created by banks. But because the money is created when people borrow, someone, somewhere, has to pay interest on every pound created.
Fake money, then they loan it out back to us, and it was created out of thin air. The scam is incredible. Trust me, this scam is genius. Because instead of having slaves that you whip, you just have slaves that you dangle this fake printed money in front of. You don't teach them about money, obviously, because if they knew about it, they would tell you to fuck off. And you have a working economy. You have a bunch of little peasants.
In effect, we are renting the money we need to run our economy from the banks. This means that in the UK alone, together we pay the banks £192 million in interest every single day.
192 million pounds in interest is being paid. So they create fake money, and then the loans, right? Our hard work is compensated to these motherfuckers that print money out of thin air. And then you have the audacity to come and fucking talk to me that I don't know what I'm talking about. That these people that are entrepreneurs are scammers. Then you have the audacity to come and fucking talk to me then I don't know what I'm talking about. That these people that are entrepreneurs are scammers. Do you not see this? These motherfuckers created something out of thin air, slaving away your life.
And because the debt is held mostly by the bottom 90% and wealth mostly by the top 10%, paying this interest transfers money from the bottom 90% of the population to the very top 10%. It sucks wealth and income from the rest of us up to the very lucky few.
Because the real money, that 3% of money that is real, right? The real money gets sent back up.
As long as we have to rent the money we use from the banks that create it, we'll have to keep paying this huge interest bill, and the gap between the richest and the rest of us will keep increasing.
Voltaire once said, "All paper money eventually returns to its intrinsic value."
Nothing.
Zero.
Nothing. The pyramid scheme game is coming to an end, guys. It's coming to an end. And you guys are working for it. This is not a scam. This is not some crazy information that's out there. This is a system that you live in. But then you try to help people and you try to educate people on how to get out, and the fucking drones of the system will call you a scam. They'll say, but you don't know anything. You can't educate people. A lot of you guys are in your 20s. A lot of you guys are in your 30s. A lot of you guys are in your teens, and you've never heard this. You've never been exposed to this true information. That's why at Capital Club, our objective is to teach you guys how the fucking world works. And once you know how the world works, you start working towards getting out of this bullshit.
Marxism. Of course, the central bank is communism, central controlled economy.
This is what pisses me off about academic types. The facts are America was founded as a tax-free nation. It was called the Boston Tea Party, and we were tax-free for all of these years until 1913 when the Fed was created.
It doesn't matter if you have millions of dollars in the bank right now, bro. Yeah. You can only withdraw $250 cash. That is the banking fraud, ladies and gentlemen. Print money out of thin air, buy all the assets, extract all the liquidity into cash of the system, and introduce central bank digital currency.
I don't give a fuck. I just want this hedge fund manager piece of shit, these Wall Street fucking greedy bank pig cunts. I just want him to. We're gonna take them down ourselves. I'm taking Wall Street down. Watch me. Fuck them all.
They came for Alex Jones, and you did not speak out because you were not right-wing. Then they came for the Tate brothers. You did not speak out because you were not a Tate brother. Then they came for Donald Trump. You did not speak out because you were not a politician. Then they came for Russell Brand. You did not speak out because you are not a celebrity. But next, they're going to come for you, and there will be nobody left to speak out.
You can control your own mind, but it seems nobody fucking can. And that's how the people who run the world keep the world running, because they have all the slaves exactly where they need them to be, permanently distracted and semi-depressed, working their asses off in jobs which will never satisfy them and never pay enough money. That's the matrix.
You know too much. You can never go back to working a slave job and being happy, bro. You can no longer go back and have a master. It is all controlled by a select few people that run your world. They run your reality, and when you understand that, you gotta get educated, you gotta find a network, and you gotta find the right resources. Like, this ain't about the Lambo, this ain't about the fucking Rollie. This is about getting the fuck out, bro. Or just keep living your life. Keep living